And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Metroid Prime. On the last episode, we ventured back into Phazon Drifts, and we got the gravity suit, if you guys didn't see my new color scheme. And in today's episode, we are heading back to Talon 4, where we are going to investigate a frigate ship that had crash-landed on there. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to completely ignore these guys because these guys are quite annoying. I'm just going to go backtrack back the way I came. So let's go ahead and just do so. And yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage, but I'd rather not waste my time. Let's go ahead and head back into Talon 4 because we need to go back into that ship that we saw earlier, but we couldn't really go anywhere because, well, I didn't really go and show it off. I just told you guys. You can advance as far as you can in that place, but as soon as you come up into this one segment, there's going to be a lot of water, and, well, yeah. So that's why we needed the gravity suit right off the bat. So now that's why we're really going to go into it now, because now we have access to it. So we're just heading back to the Talon 4 place right here. That didn't make any sense. Right here. Anyways, I guess I really never really got into how I stumbled across this game. I know this is like a really famous game and everybody's like, oh, this is really not that hard to find out about it, but I actually have kind of a interesting story I want to tell everybody about how I was really introduced into this to Metroid Prime. Now, Metroid Prime, I was introduced to it by my late friend Clint Sparks. He is a friend of mine that I was friends with since 7th grade, back in middle school, and he passed away, I think, in 2010, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he would pass away in 2010. I found out about this game through him, and this is actually kind of a interesting story because actually I did run in. That's how I met him. That's how I met him, was through this game. To be perfectly honest. What happened is I was brand new at the new school because I went to a different school than everybody else did in my area. I went to one about like a couple miles away in elementary school. And by the time that middle school started, practically everybody started going to the same school, and I didn't really know anybody on the bus. So I had to ride the bus up to the middle school. And while I didn't really know anybody, I didn't know any kids in the neighborhood. I really wasn't that super duper, social. But anyways, what I did was practically what happened was, like, I was sitting on the bus all by myself, and I come across, there's a kid right in front of me. He was talking to another kid. The kid in front of me, he was talking to him about something. I couldn't really quite tell what it was until I heard him say Samus Aran. As soon as he said that, I knew what he was talking about. I was like, he's talking about Metroid. At the time, the only Metroid game that I had really played was Metroid Fusion. If you guys watched my Metroid Fusion Let's Play, I mentioned that was really the first Metroid game that I played, and honestly, it's my favorite Metroid game next to this game. But practically what happened was I came up, I worked up the courage because I'm not very that sociable person. If you guys probably noticed that I'm really kind of a shy person, to be perfectly honest. And I go up and I tell the kid, and honestly, hold on a second, this part kind of really stumps me. You have to find the little hole in the wall there. There is a little tiny hole in the wall once you come back here. We've been in this room before when we came visit this place the first time. Go ahead and get this space bar. Switch over to the wave beam here. Just stun him and get him out of the way, because there is a missile tank in here, and I kind of want to just not have any interruptions. The beetles are fine because they're not going to go in the water. In the water, if you come down here, well, there's a gel zap right here, so let's go ahead and kill him and get out of the way. There we go. Got both of them out of the way. You come up here and you jump up there, you guys can see there is a missile expansion in that ledge there. Now that we have the gravity suit, we practically can reach this. Just jump and hug the wall like this, and there's a missile expansion. But anyways, back to my story. I just worked up the courage to say, hey, are you guys talking about Metroid? By any chance? And the boy, he turned around and he said, why, yes, I am. I'm talking exactly about that. Have you played Metroid Prime? And I was like, no, I've never played that game. What is that game? And then I just remember we spent the whole bus ride home talking about that game. He was telling me everything about this game. He was telling me, like, in vivid details about, like, all the environments, all the system the game is and everything. And, you know, it's just, like, how wonderful this game is. And he told me, like, the specifics of the bosses and everything. And I remember he got so excited to tell me everything about it. And, we spent the whole time talking about it, and I told him about Fusion, because, like, the Fusion was the only one that I hadn't played yet, and he hadn't played Fusion. And we just talked and talked and talked. And honestly, that's really how I met my friend Clint. And honestly, I really missed the kid, to be perfectly honest. He was really an inspiration to me to do a lot of things. He's kind of an inspiration to be doing this, because before I started Let's Plays, I work on movies with my childhood friends that, well, not childhood, well, I guess as childhood as you can get. We met really in 7th grade. But it was all thanks to Clint that I really met, like, everybody else, to be perfectly honest, in the neighborhood. But anyways, like, he was a big Metroid nut, and I remember, like, specifically whenever, Metroid Zero Mission was coming out. Oh boy, that was a fun time, because that's all we would talk about. And I remember specifically we brought all our Game Boy Advances on the bus, and we started playing the crap out of that game. And it was just something. Before we go on any further, you want to scan these. These are talent craps. This is really the only time you can actually get these scans. Is in this room right here. So you want to make sure that you get them. I'm just going to let them, like, mosey on here. But I just remember we talk about Metroid all the time. He just loved Metroid, and I loved Metroid and everything. And honestly, I absolutely just loved the little conversation we had about the game. And honestly, it was thanks to him that I picked this game up, to be perfectly honest, because I told him I didn't have a GameCube at the time, and he told me, he says, you need to get one, because we need to play Smash Bros. Melee. We need to do all that stuff. And I just remember specifically all about that. And it was a fun time. There is a new enemy down here, if I can get down here. Woo! Just fall all the way down here. Let's scan him. This is if I remember correctly, this is an aqua pirate. It's practically a flying pirate, but an aqua pirate. So I'm just gonna go ahead and super missile him. If you guys can recognize this place that we're in right now, this is the room where we fought the Parasite Queen right at the beginning of the game. And as you guys can see, it's flooded with water, and, well, we couldn't get anywhere without the gravity suit. But yeah, that's a little story of my friend Clint, how I really got into this game and how I really found out about it. But I remember, like, specifically, Clint was really a good player at, like, a lot of games, like, that we'd play. He'd play a lot of games, and I just remember, like, all the fun times we had with playing, like, well, I remember specifically we'd play Smash Bros. A lot. We'd play that a lot and everything, and we'd also play, like, multiplayers, like Modern Warfare 2 at the time, Modern Warfare 1. We'd play Halo a lot. We'd play a lot of games together, and I think the last game I played with him when he was alive was it was Borderlands. Yeah, it was Borderlands, the game Borderlands, if you guys remember that. That's actually one of my favorite games to play. I love that game, and honestly, it's thanks to Clint that I actually, like, really got into this series. I liked Metroid Fusion, but it was thanks to Clint that I really loved it. If you guys catch what I was talking about. But anyways, let's go ahead and open this door if we can. Practically happened to open the door. Hold on a second. Let's go ahead and scan this. This door kind of doesn't open like properly sometimes. Hold on a second. Why am I activated all the switches. Heck. I activated all the switches. Come on. Oh, I guess I had to get a little closer to it. But anyways, sorry about that. I had a little brain fart here. If you guys see, there's a save room in here. But practically that's pretty much that in a nutshell. We need to activate switches again with the thermal visor. If you guys couldn't tell what I was doing, I was practically activating a lot of switches because a lot of these doors that we came through before when we were on the Space Pirate Frigate, well, they don't have very much power anymore. Come on, door open. I activated all of them. I guess I didn't. There. I was gonna say, why did it activate? Anyways, yeah, that's my friend Clint. In the here, blast this with a missile, and there's an energy tank right there. That's like one of the easier energy tanks to pick up. But anyways, in this room, be careful because this is like an elevator shaft. If you guys remember the elevator shaft that we rode down in the beginning of the game. Anyways, incoming scan data. Foreign technology present. Active transport locate. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what they're talking about. Transport to Phazon Mines East. So we're getting access to a new area. Specifically something called the Phazon Mines. So this is going to be rather interesting to go into. But if you guys see, there's a lot of aqua swispers here. So you just want to get them out of the way. Don't forget on your way up to hit these switches with the thermal visor, because if you come up here and you like see that the door has no power, you're like, oh, I have to go all the way back down and get these switches. But anyways, I'd rather wanted to share that that story with you guys about my friend Clint, because, well, I kind of miss it's like a lot of these times when I play these games, I kind of remember him, and I miss the dude a lot, and I hope Clint's watching this in the great beyond if you not understand what I'm talking about. But anyways, let's get this door right here. And I do believe there was another one that I completely missed down here. Let's jump back in the water. Okay. Pretty sure I got all of them. Might be missing some. It's really hard to kind of see some of these in this segment right here. I didn't really comment on the music on this place. If you guys noticed, the music really changed a lot, and it's really, really pretty. And I like it. It's like really they always have good like aqua themes and everything. I'm missing a switch. Well, gosh darn it, switch, where are you at? I guess I'm gonna have to dive all the way back. See, this is what I'm talking about. You completely forget about this. And actually, I think I know where it's at. Fall down here. What did I know? It was right here. I completely forgot about that one. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump up in here and climb all the way back up here. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Don't do what I did. You need to know where all the switches are whenever you're climbing up. Keep thermal visor up. This segment stinks whenever you're trying to backtrack and I remember it was like, where are all the switches? Where are all my switches? I'm getting swept with a stupid aqua reaper. Go ahead and... What the heck? Okay. Well, that was kind of weird. Something pushed me. Go ahead and jump over here and try to make it. Okay. But, yeah. I remember specifically, like, I think it was around the time, the one little thing that we never really talked about was the game Super Metroid. I guess it's because neither me or him had Super Nintendo when we were growing up. I think the first like Nintendo system we actually like owned, both me and him, or it was the N64, to be perfectly honest. And I know that's kind of sad. Like, I know like majority of people grew up with like Nintendo consoles, but I mentioned before that my first console was a Sega Genesis. So I was a Sega Genesis boy when I was growing up. And I fell down in the water, didn't mean to. But anyways, this is a new enemy. This is a aqua drone. Practically just another security drone, but it's, well, in water. That's pretty much it. A lot of these enemies are just going to be aqua-based enemies and everything. That just means they're in water. They're the same cousin as the regular ones, but they're just in water. In here, there's a cordite right here. So let's go ahead and blast this open with a super missile. Boom! There we go. Now there's another missile expansion right there. So now we're sitting pretty, I believe 110 missiles. And here we go. We got another door puzzle where we have to hit the switches again. So come over here and hit these switches. But let's go ahead and jump up this way. Trying to remember where the rest of the switches are. I do believe there's 3. There's one right there. And there's another one on the other side there. So let's go ahead and shoot that. Shoot that. We gotta shoot that, man. There we go. Now the door's open. There we go. But anyways, Clint and I actually, we not only did we recorded like home movies and everything, like with like plot and everything, tried to make them like cool like little movies. And I mentioned before that we did I think I mentioned before we did a web series on another channel a long time ago. But he's quite an interesting little fella. He was really crazy and everything, and he was really funny. So let's go ahead and take care of these aqua drones here, or aqua flyers, aqua pirates. Well, you would think that pirates would normally be in water because, well, the term pirate usually comes from arg. I'm a pirate. Go ahead and kill this guy. Oh shoot! You guys, really, if you're in the water, you can really see Samus's reflections of her eyes. I really do mention that I really like that little assortment of detail right there. The fact that Samus, her eye. If I hit that, wow, that was really not expecting that. I actually hit a switch without turning into thermal visor. Wow, I'm good. That is funny. I didn't even mean to do that. But anyways, let's go ahead and open that. Okay, let's go aim here and just hope for the best. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's go ahead and find the platform to jump on then. Jump up here. Woo! And turn on thermal visor here. No, not supposed to go this way. Let's go this way. This is kind of a... There it is. There's the platform I needed to go on. I didn't really hit that. There we go. Now it's open. Now the door be opening up. Now we can continue on. I like this segment though. Like it's really like ambient. Just the theme of this wreckage in the water is just so ambient, and I love it. But I mean, like it's beautiful, and like the change of scenery. One thing I do mention is we did pass a room that had that space pirate log. I mentioned that like in the first episode that you needed to download it because that was your only chance. I know it's like they actually have some sort of realism here. I was like, I really wish you could download that space pirate again in this second trip here. But in the same sense, I understand computers don't work in water, so it's rather not do that. And we're greeted with a space pirate. You want to scan this. This is an aqua sac, practically a sap sac, but in water. That's pretty much it. And their bulbs kind of like fall out. But if you come down here and jump down this way, open the door here, you will enter this segment right here. Now this segment, when you're in water, gravity is kind of like really wonky. So your bomb jumps get really propelled really high. But what you want to do is you actually, in this segment right here, you want to keep doing a triple bomb jump, doing it this way. Oh, I messed up. Keep trying again. Lay your bombs just before you get to the peak. And once you do, there's another energy tank. So now we got another energy tank to our collection. So let's continue going on this way. And jump up this way. Woo! That was close. That was very close. And let's go down this way. And inside this room, we will be coming out of the wreckage. And we're greeted with a gel zap. Let's go ahead and take care of these guys before they become too much of a trouble. A nuisance. And once you come out of here, we will pop back out in Talon Overworld. And let's go ahead and get rid of these seedlings here. And the theme actually goes away as soon as you jump out of the water, which I think is kind of nice. But as soon as you come down here, come down this way, And we are greeted in this really odd room. Intense radiation detected. Be careful, guys. If you fall off this bridge, you will land in this stuff. This is Phazon. Highly irradiated substances. That will drain your health more than anything in this game. So be careful whenever you do so. But anyways, let's go ahead and start scanning this. Access to Phazon Mines East granted. Please step into the hologram. So now we are accessing our last area in the game that we can explore. We're entering the Phazon Mines. We are going into the source of the Phazon on Talon 4. And this is where most of the pirate activity takes place. The pirates are trying to gather as much of this stuff as possible to research biological weaponry. As soon as you walk down here, you'll notice the music is really eerie. That's one other thing I really like about Phazon Mines music. It's so eerie. As soon as you walk out here, Phazon Mines. And now, immediately in this room, we have a couple things we want to do here. Well, let's go ahead and see what the incoming scans. Power surges detected. Surge is located within the mining compound, so let's go ahead and find out where we need to go. We need to go to a room called the Central Dynamo, and from the looks of it, it's map way. It looks like it's beneath us. Yeah, I'll get into why that is later. But over here, we go ahead and scan these. These are new turrets. These are mega turrets. Very formidable. Ow! Very formidable. Ow! Very formidable turrets. So they're really durable too. So be careful of that. They take 3 missile shots when they're frozen. So freeze them with the ice beam and then pump 3 missiles into them to blow them up. But there's actually a couple, one thing that we need to get before we advance any further. There is a missile expansion in this room. And there's pirates here too, so be careful of that. So we'll probably activate the pirates here as soon as they'll probably see me. And I just completely whipped that jump. Anyways, as soon as you come up here and jump this way, come over here, and there's pirates over there. They see us. I do believe these are just regulars. Yeah, these are just regulars. So let's go ahead and shatter them with the ice beam. There we go. Freeze them with the ice beam and then shatter them with a missile. That's the way the game played, son. There we go. Okay, so now I do believe that's everything. So let's go ahead and figure out what we need to do here. And we are greeted with a pirate trying to be all stealthy-like. But he was no match for Samus the Hunter Aaron. So let's go ahead and come over here. Now, in this segment right here, if you guys really see, there is a power conduit over here. The crane controls are functional but require power. A power conduit is nearby. So we need to go and turn on thermal visor and do what we did underwater just now. There is a power conduit somewhere around here. If we just go around here, we will find it. There it is. We can target it, and there we go, and you activate it. As soon as you activate it, the crane controls are different. So let's go ahead and come over here and scan the thing. So let's go ahead and scan it. Crane controls are now active. So now the crane moves. Once it moves, it bursts down that rock and it reveals a missile expansion. I do believe these are just regular scans. Yeah, these are just regular scans. I don't want to worry about those. Those aren't important. So now let's go ahead and, well, I need to go and see how much missiles I have. There we go. Now what we want to do is we want to go around. You see these spider ball tricks. Let's go ahead and grab the spider balls and climb up around on the crane here. You guys probably saw the spider ball tracks on the crane when you first saw it. As soon as you do so, drop. And you can't get out of morph ball in this segment. You have to continue with it. So let's just do that, and missile expansion's ours. So now we are sitting at 115 missiles. I landed right in front of the force field, and I can't really go any further. Well, I can, but I'm not going to. If you come up here, go up these spider ball tracks, Open this door. You'll notice we're in a save station. But it's blocked off. Well, what the heck? I can't use it? Let's just scan this, and they'll give you access to it. This is the only save station that's like that. I don't understand why they even bother with that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end the episode here. So in the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime, we are going to continue in Phazon Mines and figure out where the power surges are coming from. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.